Hello everyone, I made this adorable American flag out of just 7 rulers. So I'm going to show you how I did it. So first I laid them all out so I know which way they were facing. I like all the numbers going one direction, but maybe it doesn't matter to you. And then you're going to turn it over. So turn all 7 of those rulers over and make sure that you're working on a flat surface, because when you are going to make sure they are stuck together, you want to make sure that they're all flat and even and not overlapping and that they're even on the ends. So then you're going to grab 4 popsicle sticks. You can find these 4 popsicle sticks in a whole bag of them in any craft section. And then you're going to have your glue gun hot and ready, and we're going to glue 1 popsicle stick all the way to the top to the bottom, because you want to make sure that you stick it from the first ruler to the 7th to make sure that they are secured well and holding together really tightly. Then you're going to grab another ruler and just go on the line of the 6, and this should be pretty simple to do a line. And then you're going to take the 4th ruler down and just make a square, because this is going to be your blue part of the flag. Then I use this Navy Folk acrylic paint, and you're going to paint that square. So you can probably use a 1/2 inch paintbrush, and then you're going to grab a cardinal red, and you're also going to be using a white. So we are going to start painting the red lines. So you're going to go every other, and I started with the top one, doing every other line. So you're alternating the red and the white to represent the same colors of the flag until you get all the way down to the bottom of it. And then I came back and used the white. If you look at this like I am, I really like the look of the raw wood of the ruler. So you may want to just eliminate the white and just use the raw ruler, because that is really cool. So I cannot decide which way I like better. If you choose to do the white, you can do another paintbrush and just very carefully go along that edge. If you don't feel like you have a steady hand, you can wait for that red to dry and tape it and then paint over it. But I thought this was pretty easy if you just go slow. And of course you can always come back with touch-ups. So I painted mine red, white, and blue, and I've got my first layers on right now. Once this is fully dry, I'm going to come back with some brown home decor wax, because I want to give it a little bit of an aged look. So I'm just taking a paper towel and I'm just taking that white down a little notch so it turns into more of a kind of like an ivory or a more of a vintage white color, just by using a little bit of that home decor wax, because I really think it makes this flag look authentic. So you can work with this a little bit. Again, with home decor wax, you can always dampen a paper towel if you get too much in one spot. Otherwise, you can come back around and add it to the edges of where a flag would naturally age, and or the edge of anything. So I added a little bit more to the edge, and it was hard to do over the blue because the blue didn't really take too much of it. So I just really focused on the white and the red and did it in different parts, so it wasn't perfectly even. And just get it to your liking and get it to your aged look that you like. And then I grabbed a piece of twine because I want to be able to hang my sign. And you just want to make sure, because I did this wrong the first time, make sure that you take a little knot, tie the little knot, and then make sure that before you staple that it's on top of that popsicle stick, because that's going to give you a little bit thickness to work with if you have the popsicle stick on top of the ruler, so the staple won't go through. And then it's ready to hang. Now I have a leftover star that I used, I think, on top of a small Christmas tree that I got from Dollar Tree. And I just put a little bit of home decor wax over the silver glitter and put that on there. And now I'm going to make some ribbon. This part is not necessary, but I thought it added a little bit to the top, and I love these colors of ribbon. And I even improvised because I didn't have any navy ribbon, so I took some navy fabric, and I wanted to tie the twine and this gingham and the navy, and I just put a little accent ribbon at the top of each corner, like it's at the stem of the string for the hanger. And then I just hung it up here, and I brushed a little bit of a white paint to it to give it a little bit more of a rustic look, and it's so pretty just the way it is. You guys can decorate with this so much, or make several of them. And you can even use little Scrabble letters and write something like Born in the USA or USA like this one. It's so cute this way, or just leave it plain like I like it. So I hope you can try it and you have a great Memorial Day weekend.